Every 8 seconds, a man over 55 loses a piece of his drive. Not because of age, but because his body has forgotten how to feel alive. You wake up tired. You look in the mirror, and the man staring back isn't the same one who used to feel unstoppable. The spark is dimmer, the strength slower. And somewhere between the stress, the long nights, and the quiet routines, your body began to switch off its own power source. Here's what no one tells you. Your testosterone didn't just drop. It was drained by tension locked deep in your hips, your breath, your posture, the very places where male energy is born. But what if you could bring it back? Not with pills, not with weights, but with 3 simple poses you can do anywhere, in just minutes a day? I'm Dr. Helen Carter, men's health and performance coach, and today I'll show you exactly how thousands of men over 55 have reignited their fire naturally, completely, and powerfully. Because the secret isn't in your muscles, it's in the way you move. When I first teach this pose, most men laugh. They think it's too simple, too still, to make any difference. But after 30 seconds, their legs begin to shake. After 1 minute, their breath deepens. And after 2 minutes, something wakes up. The horse stance has been practiced for centuries by warriors, monks, and men who understood that true power doesn't come from motion. It comes from stillness under pressure. Here's how to begin. Stand tall, feet wider than shoulder width apart. Turn your toes slightly outward, about 15 degrees. Now, slowly sink down as if sitting on an invisible stool. Keep your chest open, your spine proud, and your eyes fixed on the horizon. Hold. Breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds. Exhale through your mouth for 6. With every breath, feel the ground pressing back into your feet, a silent exchange of energy between your body and the earth. This position isn't just about balance. It activates the most important group of muscles for men, the glutes, thighs, and pelvic floor. When these muscles engage, they send a powerful signal to your brain. This man is ready to fight, to build, to reproduce. That signal triggers your nervous system to release more testosterone and nitric oxide, 2 natural forces behind stamina, drive, and arousal. But here's the secret most men miss. You don't just hold the stance, you breathe into it. With each inhale, imagine drawing energy up from the ground, through your legs, into your hips. With each exhale, imagine that tension, that fatigue, that quiet frustration melting out through your feet. Stay here for 60 seconds, then 2 minutes, then 3, not to prove strength, but to rediscover it. Because when you can stay grounded while your legs tremble, your breath labors, and your mind screams to stand up, that's when your body learns what control really means. And that control is the foundation of every other system in your body. Your testosterone doesn't just respond to motion. It responds to mastery, to presence, to stillness. When you finish, rise slowly. Stand tall again and notice how your heartbeat feels. Not anxious, but powerful. You've just reminded your body that you're still here, still strong, still alive. And once that foundation awakens, we can begin to unlock the energy within. Most men train for size, not for control. They push, they lift, they grind, but they never feel. And that's where everything starts to fade. Because testosterone isn't just built in the gym, it's built in your breath, in the way you move energy through your core and pelvis. So let's wake that system up. Find a quiet space. Sit tall, either on the floor or the edge of a chair. Feet grounded, hands resting on your thighs, eyes closed. Now, take a slow breath in through your nose for 4 seconds. As you inhale, gently lift your pelvic floor, that subtle inner motion, the one you'd use to stop the flow of urine midstream. Hold that lift for 2 seconds. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds and let everything soften. But don't collapse. Do it again. Inhale, lift, contain, feel that rise of energy deep within your lower belly. Exhale, relax, but stay awake. After 5 or 6 breaths, you'll start to notice something unexpected. Warmth, pressure, a quiet pulse beneath your navel, like a heartbeat you'd forgotten was there. That's your body remembering its own power source. Here's the science behind it. When you activate the pelvic floor, you stimulate a chain of nerves that run directly to the endocrine system, the same system that signals your body to release luteinizing hormone, the key messenger for testosterone production. You're literally teaching your brain to turn your hormones back on. Most men leak energy because they've lost this connection. They tense up under stress. They breathe shallow. And every time they do, they signal the body to protect instead of perform. But in this flow, you reverse that message. You become calm, grounded, yet fully charged. You teach your body that it's safe to be powerful again. Now take one more deep inhale. Lift, hold, feel the strength rising. Exhale, and let that strength spread across your body, into your chest, your spine, your gaze. You've just unlocked the link between your breath and your testosterone, between control and desire, between calm and raw, living energy. Because when you can control your inner current, you no longer chase power, you become it. And once that current flows freely, it's time to anchor it into something real, a pose that resets your body from the ground up. You've awakened your base, you've stirred your inner current. Now it's time to bring everything together into one simple, primal position that rewires how your body moves, breathes, and performs. The deep squat hold, also called the resting squat, is how nature designed men to rest, recover, and reset. Look at children. They can stay here for minutes without effort. Look at elders in Okinawa or rural Greece, men in their 80s who still garden, squat, and move with ease. They never lost this position, and because of that, they never lost their vitality. Here's how you reclaim it. Stand with your feet slightly wider than hip width apart. Turn your toes out 15 degrees. Now lower yourself slowly, as if sinking into the earth. Keep your heels pressed firmly to the ground. Your spine stays tall, chest open, eyes forward. Breathe in through your nose. Feel your belly expand, your hips widen. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Let your body melt deeper, but stay lifted inside. At first, it might feel tight. Your ankles, knees, or hips might resist. That's not weakness. That's decades of tension finally being seen. Stay here for 30 seconds, then a minute, then 2. With each breath, imagine gravity pulling old stiffness out of your joints and fresh blood flooding back into your pelvis, spine, and legs. Scientifically, this pose does what most workouts can't. It decompresses your spine, increases nitric oxide in your blood, and opens the arteries around your pelvis, the exact region that fuels testosterone and erectile strength. When circulation improves, your body gets the message. We're alive, we're ready, and your hormones respond accordingly. The longer you hold, the more you'll feel your heart rate slow, your breath deepen, your mind quiet. This is not just a stretch. It's a reset button for your entire system. Rise slowly when you finish. Stand tall. Take one deep breath in and feel how grounded, open, and powerful your body now feels. You didn't need a pill. You didn't need a supplement. You just needed to remind your body what being human and being a man truly means. And when you combine this with the other 2 poses, the horse stance and the pelvic flow, your body begins to run on its original blueprint again, strong, confident, balanced. Because these aren't just exercises, they're a ritual, a daily reminder that your power was never lost. It was only waiting to be reclaimed. Somewhere along the way, the world convinced men that slowing down is normal, that tired mornings, fading drive, and low energy are just part of getting older. But that's a lie. Your body isn't broken, it's simply disconnected. And these 3 poses, the horse stance, the pelvic power flow, and the deep squat hold, are how you plug yourself back in. They're not workouts. They're a conversation with your own biology. Every breath tells your brain, I'm still strong. Every pose says, I'm still here. Do them daily, 5 minutes each. And within weeks, you'll notice it. You'll stand taller, breathe deeper, move differently. And the quiet power you thought was gone returns. Because testosterone isn't just a number, it's a reflection of how alive you feel, how much strength, clarity, and purpose you allow to flow through you every single day. So don't wait for the perfect time. Don't scroll to the next shortcut. Stand up. Feel your feet on the ground. Take that first breath. This is your signal, your moment to reclaim your power, to rebuild your drive, and to live with the energy, confidence, and fire that's been inside you all along. I'm Dr. Helen Carter. And remember, your best years don't start when you're young. They start when you decide to rise.